Hey guys, I hope that you're having a nice night. So this video today is the A part of the Q&A that I put in that other video. You may notice that my background has changed slightly. So I'm still filming the exact same spot, except there's now a tarp behind me, and that's there for a very good reason. I'm going to try and do a video soon with a green screen. And the cool thing about green screens is that they don't have to be green. They have to be an uncommon colour, and blue is a pretty uncommon colour. Except looking at it now, my eyes are sort of the same colour as that. So I don't know how this is gonna work, but hopefully it'll go well. Anyways, we've got some questions here that we've got to answer. So, Bearded Audio ASMR, hi Ian. He says, his question is, which two video game protagonists would have the most epic battle? That's good. That's a good question. I don't really play. I play a lot of video. I play video games more than I probably should. But I don't play too many different ones. Other games that I know, because I know ones like, well, all my characters in World of Warcraft. The Nephilim from Diablo 3, Aiden from Diablo 1, and Bloodraven and whatever else. I'm not too sure what the name of the D2 characters, but cool little thing is that so when I was little, before Diablo 3 came out, like years and years before it, I play Diablo the first time, and because my name is Aiden IRL, I put Aiden in as the name, and so I played the warrior hero, and the name I gave was Aiden, AIDAN, and then I played through the game. And then Diablo 3 comes out, and it actually gives a name to the warrior hero, and he's Aiden with the exact same spelling. That's the son of Leoric, and I was like, okay, you can't see it because I got the scarf on, but I was just like, wow, because I've been calling my character that for years, and now the actual character's called that. That's like so cool. Oh yeah. That's a funny story. What was I talking about? Oh right. Which characters? I've played Fallout New Vegas and Morrowind and Skyrim, and Oblivion, and Overwatch, and Hearthstone. Okay, I'm not gonna list the games I've played because, yeah, okay. Anyways, two protagonists. I think the Nerevar from Morrowind and the Courier 6 from New Vegas. I think they would have a pretty dang good fight. So, guess that's my answer. Alex says, my question is, who inspired you to do ASMR? Well, I've watched ASMR for probably about a decade now, because it's very good. Well, obviously, one of the big appeals of it is that it's good for like depression and anxiety and stuff. But it's good because I'm usually, well, yeah, usually I'm relatively lonely, and one of the things about Asperger's is not liking the touching too much. Not really. I don't like being in long conversations with people, but it's sort of like, I guess, intimacy that I don't really have to give back, sort of, if that makes sense. I can just like sleep or play whatever and just enjoy it. For who inspired me? Um, yeah, I guess I sort of inspired myself, but probably one of my favourite channels is Caroline. Um, it's because she's nice, and okay, you guys probably think this is really sweet, but so Asperger's, one of the big things is having patterns and rhythms naturally, and for the past few years I've had a pattern of when Caroline posts a video, I go on, comment something nice, and then she hearts my comment, and it's like a thing I do every week, and that makes me feel nice. Question from someone. I didn't take your name down. Either I didn't take your name, or it's Alex's second question. I'm really sorry that I didn't note it down. Anyways, the question is, how large do I expect to get? And if I do get bigger, am I wanting to put even more time into videos? Not that there's anything wrong with what they currently are. That last sentence was put in, but what they wrote. Just how large I expect to get. We're probably blown past that. I expected maybe 100 and almost 2,000 now, which I think is pretty cool. If I do get bigger, I'm like wanting to put even more time into videos. I probably should honestly put more time into my videos, but I'm very because I guess I'm very spontaneous with filming. I try to like get props relatively set up, and or type up a script for when I do role plays, uh, and stuff like that. Or if sometimes I'll just improvise the role plays, or for the trigger videos, I'll like get all the triggers I want, and then I'll just make it up as I go along. Oh, maybe I misunderstood that question. Okay, well, yeah, I probably should put more time into like making sure the quality of my videos are good. I think it's sort of a stylistic choice of mine to, frankly, have them suck a bit. I guess this is a bit lo-fi in that regards, and that ties back to, well, frankly, being poor, but also being very much into punk and like do-it-yourself and that sort of stuff. The second interpretation of that question is, do I want to put even more time to videos, meaning do I want to dedicate more of my time to filming more videos, and I'm not really sure. I mostly do videos just well, for fun and to express myself. Um, and I mean, if I could get like all my props at once, um, so I could like film back to back or film multiple days, yeah, I probably would do that, because that would be quite cool. Sophia Mota says, congratulations. Thank you, Sophia. What are my favourite shows? So in terms of TV shows, I really, really like Community by Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon. Yes, Dan Harmon. It's like a TV. It's a comedy set at a community college. There's just a whole host of characters. It is really enjoyable. One of the characters, Abed, he also has Asperger's, and so I got diagnosed with Asperger's when I was very young, and I was barely aware of, I guess, having it. I didn't really understand why I didn't understand other people and stuff. And it probably wasn't until I got into my teens that I sort of started going, hey, being alone all the time really sucks ass. I should try and do something about it. I should figure out what this Asperger's thing is. So I like looked it up, did a bunch of researching on it, and the character of character of Abed, and the way he sort of interacts with the world for having Asperger's, um, sort of helped me get an idea of just what it was, I guess. I know that's pretty cliche, but probably some of my other favourite shows are Housos. You know, Housos. um, I like The Simpsons. I like South Park. Um, I like the IT Crowd. That's a British one. It's very good. I like American Dad. If I'm really bored, I'll watch Family Guy. Um, yeah, I mostly watch. I mostly watch comedies because I can't really relate to the whole drama thing. Um, Ramen, Ramon, not ramen noodles. Ramon. Um, says onwards and upwards. Is there anywhere you'd like to travel to if you could choose anywhere? Um, that's a good question. Um, I'm a bit of a total shut-in, and really where I'm most comfortable is just staying at home. Um, where would I travel to? I would probably travel to somewhere in Europe, I reckon. I'm not sure. Oh, I know. I might go. I'd either go Italy or Sicilia or the Iberian Peninsula. Okay, that was pretentious. I mean Spain, or Greece potentially, because those were like the ancient Greek Empire or ancient Greek civilization and ancient Roman Empire. Um, so I'd probably do Italy or Greece, or I would travel through Europe, um, going to different sites of the First World War because this is gonna phrase it awfully, but oh no, right. I guess history. I'm interested in the history of World War One quite a bit. So yeah, Italy, Greece, or just travel through Europe. Oh, they have some lovely forests over there. Oh, some lovely fields too. Man, Europe is just kicks ass. Um, Galaxy Yeehor says, um, if I could talk about my favourite games, board or video. Okay, these questions don't remind me why I skipped the first line in here because the first question was one of these things which was going to get me to go on. So I'll jump through to quick questions, then I'll come back to the ones that ask me stuff. Um, Jude B says, for the Q&A, what kind of ASMR do you personally prefer? Do you get tingles from any specific sounds or such? So, I really like female ASMR artists that make me feel most comfortable. Um, I really like soft spoken and tapping and things like that. Um, yeah, I like tapping and I like soft spoken. Um, Something that seems to be becoming like a bit of a lost, I guess, art in ASMR is when people have those 3D the 3D ears, um, and they'll go side to side, and like you'll hear them going all the way around. You'll hear them tapping on your ears and stuff, and like you can really pinpoint whereabouts around the head they are. I don't know if it's me going deaf, but it doesn't seem like people have been doing that as much, which is sort of sad because the like different being able to hear different like people in different places around you. I'd probably say that's a pretty big trigger for me. Um, so that was Jude B's question. Go back to Galaxy. Um, so my favorite video game is, I'm gonna put my phone down. Is definitely World of Warcraft. I've played it since I was 4. That was when it came out 15 years ago. And one of my earliest memories is my dad showing it to me for the first time. He was playing a human paladin, which is cliche. I think he still has a paladin. Um, well, he doesn't now because don't worry. But remember him was human paladin. It was late at night, or not late. It was like 6 p.m. But it was dark outside and in game. And he ran into Goldshire, and this is 2004 internet, so it was laggy as hell. And I remember the models hadn't loaded properly, so I saw like night elves doing flips and stuff, but they just looked very pale, tall humans, and their hair hadn't loaded, so they looked bald. So I was like, there's like, there's monks in this game that can do like flips and stuff. That's like so badass. That's like so cool. um, Later turned out, of course, it wasn't. It was just the game lagging. And he went to Goldshire, picked up a quest, and then went out to Crystal Lake and killed a few murlocs. And then I think then it was time for dinner. So we had to stop playing. But that's probably one of my earliest memories. I also remember playing a Dwarf Warrior, and going into Lochmadan and going up to a big dam that it has, because it has a big dam to keep the water in and stop it from going down to the wetlands. And I remember running along it, looking in and seeing these fish in there, and I was like, I want to fight some of those for whatever reason. But I didn't know they could press X or like hold down the two mouse buttons to like dive under the water. So what I did was I jumped up, ran up onto the dam, and then I took a running jump and leaped in and um, got down below had to jump in, I guess, like with enough speed that I'd submerge a bit. And then when I submerged, I just run around, try and find fish to fight, and then kill them. And then when I ran out of breath, I'd swim up to the top of the water so I could breathe again. But because I didn't know how to dive back down, what I'd do was I'd have to get out of the water, run up to the dam again, and then jump in again. And that was that was fun. And my channel name, Moonstaker. Um, some I use it for a lot of my online handles. Um, and Moonstaker actually came from the name of my main in World of Warcraft, which I had for ages and ages and ages. Um, So I had Moonstaker. Oh no, what it was um, Dad was making me a character, and his name was, I think it must have been like Star Raven, or it was either Star Raven or Night Raven first, or it was one of those two first, because then he changed it to one later. Um, but yeah, it was one of those. And my stepmom and my dad had like a whole theme of sort of like celestial sort of names. Um, so I was like, we made up my character, and it was a hunter, and I was like, Moonstalker, that sounds cool. And then we put in Moonstalker, and it was taken. So I couldn't have Moonstalker. And I later found out an NPC in game had that name, so I couldn't use it. My dad, being genius he was like, let's just take the L out. So it became Moonstaker, and we tried that one, and it was available. Um, and yeah, that's how I've gotten the name. I've been using it for 15, 16 years now. And the way it actually, well, at this point, Moonstalker sounds like a lot more weird than Moonstaker. um, but yeah, so other games that I enjoy are definitely Fallout New Vegas. Um, I think I got this one in 2014 because I was wanting to try out the Fallout series, and I asked one of my friends I know was into it. I was like, hey, should I get New Vegas or 3? And he was like, both are pretty good. I was like, okay. So I went to EB Games, and I went in and looked at the Fallout games, and they only had 2. Well, no, they only had 1. The only one they had was the special edition or Game of the Year or whatever of New Vegas. I was like, guess I'm getting New Vegas. So I went it, got it, took it home, bought it, took it home, played it, loved it. It's an absolute fantastic game. But yeah, I suppose like a big bit of that game is like I just played it as like a shooter with bits of like talking and stuff, and like I played it mostly as a shooter, and I had a lot of fun with it. And then gave it a break, and then I came back to it, I think like a year or two ago as an adult to play it, and yeah, the shooting is pretty good, but the thing that really captured me that I hadn't enjoyed or appreciated as a child was the conversation and stuff in it that like I couldn't really appreciate before. There are like so many options, so many different dialogue things. The dialogue is so well written. Um, it's more or less well voiced. Like the DLC is amazingly voiced. It's just fantastic. Um, so yeah, I absolutely love that game. Um, Another game is, I really like Skyrim. I remember getting that one I remember getting it when it came out. So I played a bunch of Oblivion, a bunch of Morrowind. That was fun, and Skyrim is just absolutely fantastic game. It is lacking, I guess, a bit like some of the RPG sort of stuff, but I think its gameplay is just fantastic. um, so with Morrowind, um, yeah, that was one of my earliest games that I ever played, and my dad gave me his copy. Dad actually gave me a lot of games. He gave me Warcraft 3, which I still love that one. It's fantastic. Age of Mythology, StarCraft, Warcraft 2. Um, I okay, I guess I can't remember anymore. But yeah, I had those games. I play them. They're absolutely just fantastic. I love them. With Morrowind, um, yeah, I just really like it. I think the environment is amazing. I love Morrowind. I love all the like sort of crazy environmental stuff that's in Morrowind. Absolutely, I love the Dunmer. I love the lore. Um, I'm even planning to do a Dunmer roleplay one day once I can get past the obvious issue. I might not join it if I can't get past that. I can even do like a Dunmer voice, like a whole through back a day. Welcome, welcome nearby, friend or traitor, come. It probably needs more work. But yeah, I just absolutely love Morrowind. Another game that my dad gave me was Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and I've played the shit out of that game. It is just such an amazing game. I'm not very good at it, to be quite honest, because I pick the faction that I like or feel like playing. Um, so yeah, so I pick the faction, um, and then I just like level up, interact with the world, all the monsters and stuff, collect as much loot as I can. Um, but then the thing I don't like is having to like change, like having or finding a different town that's of a different faction, because then I have to like mix my ears together. It's I don't like that. I just want to play the one that I chose. um, but yeah, it's a just a great, fantastic, amazing, great game. Here's Mind Magic 3. Go get it. Um, okay. So, um, so Max, this is the last question. Max Caulfield says, um, well, he says congrats. So, thank you, Max. Um, what are my favourite movies and shows? So, I went over the shows before. Probably my favourite movies are, ones like Army of Darkness, um, just because it's such a classic. I love that show. Aliens, Predator. Um, oh, I really like the Watchmen movie. Unfortunately, um, I think it's a pretty good movie. And then I went and I remember watching it when I was young, and then that was what got me into the comic. And then watching the comic was, well, I just reread the comic for ages, and uh, all throughout my last year of high school, I actually carried around my copy of the comic in my bag. Um, I thought that was funny. I like The Lost Boys, and hmm, I guess I'm not much of a movies guy. um, yeah, I can't think of too many movies, but and I went over shows I liked before, but yeah, I guess I'm more into games, but there are still like some shows and TV, no, shows and movies that I like. A question I gotta submit from myself just to explain why I've often got this on, or I've got my like the bandage sort of mask stuff on, and why I always have my coat and stuff on is I guess I'm very much stranger danger because that's how I grew up. Um, so just try to obscure myself, and then I've been sort of getting out of that mindset, which is why I've been showing off more of myself. Um, but I have low self-esteem about this here downwards on my face, and it's just easy enough to just put a scarf or whatever or a mask over it. So yeah, and I reckon it looks pretty cool too. For my coat, um, it just makes me feel comfortable. I feel comfortable wearing it. Makes me feel like a wizard in it. So I like that. Um, I think that's all the questions. I think this has been a pretty decent rambling video. So I hope that you guys sleep well and take care, please. Alright. Bye.